This is Lakshmi Chaudhry, founder and editor of Splainer.in. And this is our daily news wrap called What the Fuck Happened Here? The most interesting headlines of the day in about 5 minutes. Zero jargon or rants added. Today, we have a big story about Indian spies, Punjabi gangsters, and Khalistani killings out of Canada. So here's what you miss wondering why Air India is charging for everything like Indigo. We kick off the Monday edition with the biggest story no one is talking about, the arrest of 3 men in Canada for the killing of a Khalistani leader named Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had accused the Indian government of orchestrating his assassination, which led to a huge diplomatic padda and lots of bad feelings all around. So do these arrests of random Sikh men let New Delhi off the hook? Not yet. But before I explain, here's a bit of backstory. June last year, Nijjar was shot by masked men in the parking lot of a gurdwara. He was an ardent advocate of the Khalistan movement. The government listed him as an extremist, but other media reporting suggests he was mostly talk. In any case, Trudeau made his accusations, tempers flared, words were exchanged, etc., etc., etc. But Nijjar's killing became an even bigger deal when the US uncovered a plot to kill another Khalistani supporter named Gurpatwant Singh Pannu. India now seemed to be on a killing spree, eliminating anyone it considered a security threat around the world. Modi's "Ghar mein ghus ke marenge" increasingly sounded like a promise, not just a dhamki. So what did these arrests tell us? The 3 young men charged with first-degree murder are Karan Brar, Kamalpreet Singh and Karanpreet Singh. All of them have been in Canada on a student visa for at least 3 years, but they're not enrolled in any college, so they're illegal, but they don't have a criminal history. But here's the masale wali baat. A CBC News exclusive connects them to an infamous gangster called Lawrence Bishnoi. This guy is implicated in a number of high-profile cases, including the killing of Punjabi rapper Sidhu Moosewala. He's also accused of threatening Salman Khan. All this from jail, mind you. He's been sitting in prison since 2014. Now, it isn't news that Bishnoi, or Punjabi gangsters in general, are active in Canada. The Indian government has been raising a stink about this for ages. In September last year, Bishnoi took credit for another killing of a gangster called Sukhdev Singh Gill. It was arranged by Bishnoi's buddy Goldie Brar, who's also implicated in the Moosewala killing. But these gangland killings have become blurred with state-sponsored assassinations. Reporting in the Canadian media claims Gill's death was similar to that of Nijjar. Gill was on the National Investigation Agency's list of suspected terrorists, and Bishnoi was once again taking out New Delhi's chosen target. But, Canadian investigators say there is no evidence of a connection to the Indian government, at least in Gill's case. What we do have is evidence of India's growing reputation for ruthlessness on the international stage. The accusation is that the Research and Analysis Wing, or RAW, routinely hires criminals to do its dirty work. As the New York Times puts it, RAW has often been willing to venture into murky spaces to recruit killers. As for Bishnoi, an unnamed former security official says he's trying to play quote-unquote nationalist warrior to get himself a good deal. Last month, there were 2 big scoops that claim the same. According to the Washington Post, RAW routinely hired a weapons trafficker named Nikhil Gupta. The guy also recruited to kill Pannu in the US. The sources in The Guardian said RAW paid millions of rupees to local gundas to assassinate Kashmiri and Khalistani terrorists in Pakistan. Whether true or not, New Delhi is hardly the first to be accused of carrying out attacks on foreign soil. The US has done the same, and so has Israel. New Delhi's real crime is that it may have broken the unspoken rule of engagement. It got caught. Qantas has agreed to pay $79 million for selling thousands of tickets to ghost flights. These flights had already been cancelled, and yet the Australian airline advertised and sold tickets for more than 8,000 such flights between May 2021 and July 2022. The airline will now pay 20 million Australian dollars to more than 86,000 customers and a fine of $100 million on top of that. In other unhappy aviation news, Air India has reduced its free cabin baggage allowance by 5 kilos. It's gone from 20 kilograms to 15 kilograms for its cheapest fares. The airline now offers 3 tiers: Comfort, Comfort Plus, and Flex, each with different benefits and restrictions. In the old Maharaja era, every passenger was allowed a luxurious 25 kilos in carry-on baggage, but those days are behind us. And foreign travelers beware. Air India says the free baggage allowance on its international flights will vary from one market to another, so double check before you pack for that summer vacay. As always, we leave you with something to see. This time, it's a double treat. Nokia has something special for the 1990s generation, a solidly built Nokia 3210. If leaked images are to be believed, the company will bring back this retro wonder this week. The price also feels nicely retro, just $100. Now, the old phone didn't have a camera or a headphone jack. Mercifully, this reboot is 21st century compatible with camera, Bluetooth, plus 4G connectivity. And oh look, pretty colors. Last not least, here is the longest baguette in the world. French bakers made a 140.5 meter long loaf of bread in the suburbs of Paris. They beat the Italian record of 132.62 meters set in the city of Como in 2019. The really sweet bit, part of the baguette was shared with the French public and the rest was given to homeless people. So that's it for today. If you want more stories, big and small, check out our daily edition over at Splainer.in or download our Android or iOS app. It's very pretty. Be sure to click the link in the description to enjoy a free 1-month subscription. Don't worry, we don't need your payment details. I'll be back tomorrow with the next edition of What the F*** Happened Here. See you tomorrow.